I've been following the developments of the war in the Borderlands. Civilian targets are being bombed and people are dying. These atrocities have to stop. I am writing a comment to this video, explaining that no one should lend themselves to commit violence, ever, for any reason.
Oh boy. A new comment highlighting humanity and suffering, over geopolitical goals. I can exert my knowledge and intelligence now, and tell them what the real priorities are, according to the mature and educated population. Dear Cassandra, haha lol silly girl, the old Federation wants money from gas and steel production, and the Borderlands are just in the way. Get your facts straight. Also, what about the Great Irish Potato Famine? So much for your Western values.
Right. What is this guy on? And he already has 15 likes while I have none. And what a silly nickname this guy has. Nerkmaster 2000. That's going to score points alright. Hey, Nerkmaster 2000. Innocent people are dying. Families are being torn apart. There is loss and grief and massive destruction. The old Federation invaded the Borderlands based on false pretenses. It is all a lie. But one with deadly consequences. How would you feel if it would happen to you?
Dear Cassandra, you still don't get it. Maybe you need to go back to elementary school. You think your site never lies? What about Microsoft claiming that Windows 10 would be the final Windows version? What is the current count now? Huh. Something with 11, perhaps? This is a ploy to sell you more microchips. And only one person gets richer, Bill Gates. If you don't know what you're talking about, better don't talk at all.
Hey Nerkmaster 2000. Old Federation troops bombed a children's hospital and a maternity ward, for crying out loud. Also, I am using Linux as an operating system. I stay the hell away from Microsoft. Don't lecture me on which side I am on. I only care for humanity and promote freedom and nonviolence. I want this war to stop.
Dear Cassandra, if you want this war to stop, then why do you support military equipment being brought into the Borderlands? Besides, the Western world broadly utilized slavery for their economy in previous centuries, and imperiums were built on it. I don't see you complain so much about that, huh?
Hey Nerkmaster 2000. I fully agree that slavery and the slave trade were humanitarian atrocities by themselves. It also proves that we can overcome past faults even though scars run incredibly deep, and there is technically still slavery existing today, albeit in more hidden forms, at least in the Western world. These things require their own attention, this is a certainty. But this talk greatly detracts from the war in the Borderlands. Do you agree that the war needs to end?
Dear Cassandra, I think we can agree that Hunter Biden's laptop has to be confiscated and the truth will come out. The only reality is that sleepy Joe Biden profits from oil pipes in the Borderlands, and that is why he started this war, by pushing his NATO pawns further east. Mr. Putin had no singular choice other than rolling his tanks across the border and claim the Borderlands for himself. The election was rigged.
Is it working?
She's warming up. I think I can flip her, in under 500 words of YouTube comments, by the looks of it.
This guy must be a true idiot. Hey Nerkmaster 2000. I get the impression that you are not posting in good faith. I keep pointing out the human suffering that is occurring right now, but you bring up talking points that have nothing to do with the situation. War, suffering, death, misery. Do these concepts ring a bell with you? Why are you defending the aggressor?
Tell her I'm a very stable genius.
Mr. Putin is completely detached from reality. He suffers from paranoid illusions.
He is the wealthiest man in the whole world. He has access to trillions of dollars.
He is literally the poorest person in the world. He has no love, no honor, no pride, no compassion, no friends, no joy, no happiness, no future. All the material riches in the world cannot fill the void of a missing soul. This is the culmination of decades of manipulation and ignoring the reality of having such a short stature.
Mr. Nurk, I thought you said that you would subdue her mind in under a minute?
In under 500 words of YouTube comments, Mr. Poopin. But she proves to be a tougher cookie than I had anticipated.
Hey Cassie. It's late. Are you coming to bed yet? We have a lot to do tomorrow and I want to be well rested in the morning.
Well, yes. I tried to get some points across to this Nurkmaster 2000, but he is obviously not commenting in good faith. I think I'll just leave it here, and any other visitors of this comment section can read for themselves how pointless it is to start discussions with obvious trolls.
Mr. Poopin is a power glutton. And it all backfires like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So sad that so many people have to suffer for it. I hope that this is a lesson to prevent giving so much power to a single person ever again in the future.
I hope so too. Anyway, let's go to bed. Shrug it all off for now. There is nothing we can do on a personal level at this time.
She stopped commenting. We won. We won the discussion. The comment section is ours.
Well done, Mr. Nurk. Well done.
Let's see if there is any news in the war. Oh, another bombing of the hospital. And look at this comment section. Oh my. This obvious troll, Nurkmaster 2000, look at him go. Why do people lend themselves to become so detached from humanity? If you forfeit humanity, humanity will forfeit you. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds, the way to prevent falling into this trap. It's deceptively simple. Really.